We have just passed the halfway mark of Sober October, and I have been cheating. No, not with this. That's non-alcoholic beer. And frankly, that part's been easy. But I have cheated with the phone. I've used it for what may seem like small things, such as playing music in my office, when, if I were living up to my word, I would do from another source. Something for which I have a capability. That may seem trivial, but it's not, because it comes out of the very notion that I have this attention-diverting device that I can whip out at any point. And that exact notion is what we're trying to get away from this month. There have been other examples. I've snapped a few photos, impromptu. I've even called for Lyft rides. 3, as a matter of fact. So while it is true that I have dramatically reduced my cell phone usage, I'm not living as I did before owning one. And that was the stated mission. So I'm restoring integrity to the agreement that I made with myself, and with all of you, that outside of calls, I will be engaging in no unplanned mobile phone use for the remainder of the month. That said, I have been finding numerous other distracting, consumptive activities in which to indulge, indicating that the things from which I'm abstaining are merely symptoms, not the disease. If that resonates with you, there's no need to be disappointed. Like Edison questing to illuminate, you've merely stumbled upon the success of learning a way that does not work. You have foregone several indulgences, yet you still have 24 hours in a day. If you're unsatisfied, you need to ask what is filling those hours up. A technique that I have employed is to carry a pocket notebook with me always. And every time I shift to a new activity, I write down the activity and the time. Then when the day or the week concludes, I sum the times to actually see how much I spent on various activities. Since our perception of how we spend time is not very accurate, even for the most self-aware. And once you start doing this, you'll notice a subtle trick. And this trick is half the value of the practice, maybe more. The very act of noting your activities in writing brings focus and intentionality to the initiation of the new activities themselves. Because you're actively writing down when you start doing something else, you naturally question if that's something you even really think is worth doing. The very act of writing 9:27 browsing Facebook or 7:19 masturbating might have you changing your mind about doing those things at all. I encourage you to try it for a mere 3 days and see what effect it has. Finally, I'd like to address the yet unnamed father of Sober October's popularity, Joe Rogan. I hadn't listened to Joe's podcasts in a while, and looked the other day for this year's Sober October episodes, only to find that his friends had bailed on the nascent tradition, citing the pandemic as a reason to drink that shall not be overcome. Joe is obviously a master orator by trade, yet I was shocked he could not convince his usual compatriots of what I think is the obvious. Now is a better time than ever to do Sober October. With less social engagements, there are fewer situations where you'd typically have drink presented to you. The strangeness of this time makes it perfect to embark on a strange endeavor like an arbitrary month of sobriety. If life is getting strange, get strange back. Or as the brilliant Hunter Thompson phrased it, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. It's amazing it is sped by so fast, and I'm looking forward to making the most of the rest of it. If you're interested in the conclusion victory party, join our Facebook event to get notified about the details. Halloween night, somewhere in the California desert. Till then.